Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wave, and man, tonight's game was not a good game at all. In the Charlotte Hornets' last Summer League game, they end up losing to the Chicago Bulls 99-74, and let's just say, this was Liangelo Ball's worst game out of his Summer League, and it heavily impacted his stats. But before we break down his game, and what went wrong in tonight's game with Liangelo and the Hornets, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on the bell, and with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Tonight's game, Liangelo Ball played one of his worst games where he scored 6 points, 1 rebound, shot 0 for 5 from the three-point land. Shot 3 for 13 from the field and played 22 minutes. Yes, 3 for 13 from the field and 0 for 5 from 3. Those are some sad stats, but luckily he's not the only one that played bad on the team. I'm going to pull up the whole box score. You guys can see literally everybody played horrendous. DJ Carton had 2 points. Mahoney had 3 points. Kai Williams, 0 points. It's not looking good right now. Off the bench, nobody really did anything other than Scotty Lewis and JT Thor, who had the balls for majority of the game. But let's talk about Liangelo, 0 for 5 from the 3. Yes. Now, I'm going to be the first one to see it. Whenever Liangelo Ball has a good game, we're always on this channel, applauding Jello, praising him, and, giving him his props. But when he has a bad game, we're going to speak the truth. And the truth is, in this game, Liangelo's shot wasn't on. Now, that's not to say that Liangelo Ball had a bad, game, because most of his shots were open and he had some good looks to the basket, but his shot just wasn't falling. It was one of those cold streak games. Liangelo Ball missed some wide open threes that he was supposed to make. He drove to the basket and he missed some easy floaters, 8-foot jumpers that he usually makes. The only points Liangelo Ball did make tonight was, I believe, 3 layups. He also did have a dunk, which is, kind of impressive to see, and something we haven't seen out of Liangelo this whole Summer League, so that was cool to see. Liangelo Ball also did get a rebound and put it back up, and the other point, I believe, was just a simple layup to the basket. In this game, this was one of the worst games to watch in Summer League history. The Chicago Bulls were just absolutely dominating the Hornets, and in this game, Liangelo came out very sluggish. It didn't seem like he had that same energy as the last previous games. Ever since his first 3 missed shots, I knew that this was going to be a bad game for Liangelo, but as of now, Overtime just updated it. These are Liangelo Ball's official Summer League stats. 9.6 points per game, 2.0 rebounds per game, 1.6 steals per game. He shot 37.5% from the field goal, 34.5% from the three-point line, and 15.4 minutes per game. Now, coming into this game, his three-point percentage was 44. Now it's at 34.5. Now his stats are kind of starting to look like a G League player, but to be honest, even after this, bad shooting night, I still believe Liangelo Ball has a spot on the training camp. I believe that Liangelo Ball has done enough in the first 4 games to prove his spot and, have a spot already saved for him in the training camp. Now, that's not to say that he's going to make the NBA, I do think that the best case scenario, he's going to already have a G League spot available in Greensboro Swarm because he's just done enough. It's not like Liangelo's the only one that's had a bad game. You guys saw it in the box score. Everybody shot horrible. It was just a bad night overall from everybody. Cole Boca shot 2 for 7, 1 for 6 on the three-point line. DJ Carton, who started for no reason, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point land. Mahoney, 1 for 4. Kai Jones had a decent game, 6 for 13, 16 points, but those positions are different. Other than that, nobody really had a crazy game, but Liangelo's gonna have nights like this because his whole life, Liangelo's been taught to keep shooting and not worry about shooting percentages. LeVar's literally came out in interviews and told us that growing up, Liangelo Ball didn't believe in shooting stats and percentages. Like, they didn't believe in percentages. So to Liangelo, obviously you could see him kind of getting frustrated out there on the court, but you can't really blame the kid because everybody was trying to play for themselves. You guys saw in the past couple of ever since that first game, the Charlotte Hornets Summer League other players were trying to freeze out Liangelo and not pass the ball to him. There were plenty of times, even in this game, where Liangelo Ball would have a wide open cut to the basket, but nobody would seem to pass to him. Everybody would want to be shellfish and just look for their own shot, and that's not what it's all about. I do believe that if that Liangelo does make this Hornets team, his game is, gonna change drastically if he plays with LaMelo, just because there's a real point guard that knows what he's doing. He's played with Liangelo his whole life growing up, and that chemistry is going to be something special and to watch out for. It just felt like Liangelo couldn't hit a shot to save his life tonight. He was driving to the basket, and even his layups weren't falling. He tried shooting the ball. He had many open looks, but just couldn't get it going from the three-point land. 0 for 6, and I know the Hornets coaching staff is looking at this, but they have to take into account, look at what everybody else shot. Liangelo's not the only one that did bad this game, but honestly, I wish this 5th game just never even happened, because it just completely demolished his stats from shooting 44% from the three-point land to now 34.5% from the three. That's, a big difference, and his points per game went from like 12 to 9.6. It's just not good overall what happened to Liangelo Ball's official Summer League averages, but for Liangelo, I'd still say that this Summer League has been a W. He's impressed more people than he's disappointed. He's, shocked me by far. I expected Liangelo to, his best game be maybe 10 points, but coming out in the first game, he really set the standards high, and I'm still proud of Liangelo. Obviously, this game was a bad shooting night for everybody, but for Liangelo, those shots are gonna fall. It just wasn't his game tonight, and that's something Liangelo's gonna have to learn, that it's not like high school where he can keep shooting and that percentages do matter in the NBA, unfortunately, and coaches do look at that. But this is going to end off the video. Let me know what you guys think about Liangelo Ball's performance tonight. Again, not a very impressive performance. Only 6 points, 1 rebound, 0 for 5 from the three-point land, 3 for 13 from the field in 22 minutes. I still think that he has a guaranteed spot at the training camp, because he's just done enough in the past 3 games, like I already said. But get in the comment section. Let me know. How do you guys think that Liangelo Ball's game, his last game, affects his overall chance of making the Hornets official roster or the G League roster? I think the general narrative is that people already think that Liangelo Ball is a lock for the G League team, which I agree with. But again, get in the comment section. Let me know, what did you think of this game? It was one of the worst basketball games I've ever seen. It's such a boring game. No defense by the Hornets, and it was so sad to see Liangelo Ball keep shooting. I just wish he didn't shoot 13 shots. He did shoot the most shots on the team, which is, it's something to look at. But, I don't want to stretch this video too long. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button. If you made it this far, comment down below wave so I can know you're a real one. We've been getting a lot of comments, like that, so the support has been real. And with all that being said, Liangelo, you played well this Summer League, and you definitely have guaranteed yourself a certified G League spot, maybe NBA spot if you prove yourself in training camp, but that is the story to be told. And with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.